Like, I ain't gonna take no shine from the Most High.
No, that's right.
You can turn it out.
No, that's right, dude. Uh-oh, I ain't hooked up, man. There we go.
It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the goal. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood. All in my jeans, woke up this life and all what it seems. I see his kingdom all in my dreams. On the mount standing tall with the king. The ways of the world had to let it go. Had to stop posting up at the Texaco. Waving my flag when I rip the foe. Now the most high won't step in for. Eating my script, yeah, it's edible. Believe every word, not a skeptical. Got me on point like a decimal. Removing the beam from my retinue. It's only one way to the throne. It's only one way to atone. He don't want righting your wrongs. Bro, you can't do this alone. Without his blood, you a dead man. I pray he leave his mark on me like a headband. Hey, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the goal. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the goal. I need his blood like a transfusion. And by his command, the only way this man moving. Hey, I speak his word, make it translucent. Trying to be pure so with judgment I can stand proven. I plead his blood against the enemy. Going through the script as I'm warring with the enemy. Gotta keep his laws in my memory. The only remedy, assassinate the old man like Kennedy. Gotta endure to the last trumpet is blown. Remain faithful to the one on the throne, cuz without his blood, you a dead man. I pray he leave his mark on me like a headband. Hey, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door.
The news reporter says Jesus is white. She says it with a smile on her face, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. So sure of herself, of her privilege, her ability to change history, rewrite bodies to make them look like her. She's allowed to go on national television and autocorrect the Bible and God himself tell him who his son really was. What makes a black man a black man? Is it the way reporters retell their deaths like fairy tales? Is it the way they cannot outrun a bullet? How can she say Jesus was a white man when he died the blackest way possible?
Tenfold is honor, everybody gon' see. Take the time to renew your mind for the Lord grant of mercy. Look up in the sky, tell me what do you see? Lord come with his chariots to burn you up for that heat. Babylon gon' get it, Ishmael gon' get it, Amalek and Esau and Moab gon' get it. Everybody gon' get it. Other names you gon' get it. Tell me is you with it? Tell me is you with it? Took your time for the Lord to redeem us. Salvation hard to believe. Too deep for the world to be honest. They ain't able to receive. Take a vessel before dishonor. After that they gon' sleep, and everything they don't listen to promise you that they gon' believe. Better get your ass in line. Said to me, why would you try? Every time I crack this whip, that boy, I bet I see you cry. My forefathers is back for revenge, so I'ma pass the whip to them to pay you about to feel I won't wish on anybody.
All praises to the Most High. Death before dishonor. Messiah is my head, meaning he come before my mama, comma. My father, sister, brother, what to you if that's a problem? Matthew 10 and 37 to shut down all that drama. So I'ma stick to the mission I read I was given. My people been singing from false religions. If keeping commandments was a game, then I'm gonna train so I can play it hard. Singing the nations clean to their knees gonna be my favorite part. Us prophets turning your Quran into a paper wad. We trying to get our people to repent and seek the face of God. Offensive knowledge with women, I'm chasing violence. There's no lesson in college and false beliefs everybody. Got it? And purple prophets is my family now. Don't need your atheist wicked ass or your hand me down. They call us biblical interrogators. Precept up on precept, line up on line, we marinate them. Yeah. Righteous in my actions. Shout out to Nariah, break the scriptures to a fraction. The minute God, yeah, we all about that action. Pastor Paul up his line, cause he all about that action. The sin of God, but the everlasting crashing. The killing each and die. That's exactly what the task is. The truth inside. Ain't no way that you can mask it. The true Messiah. In the image of his black skin, we will with die. That's why we fatherless and lack. And them nonsense cry. Up in them streets as people pass and mock us a try. At your calamity, we laugh. And it says you pine. Cause you learned it from your master. Your doctor. Lines. And for that shame reason we blast and that step aside. If you ain't Israel, we smash and them kings are spawned to make it right where you was slacking.
Yeah, before dishonor, even when these other brothers hating, I continue going straight and they continue follow Satan. I ain't waiting, I'm running through the hating, making hate. See me jumping over hurdles like I'm trying to win a race. I gotta get it, cause Lord knows I'm tired of being a slave. Get these bones up at the grave like a drop is to a wave. That be me, only time. My people's never learn. If America's on fire, let that bomb burn.
Yeah, baby.
Today gon' be remembered. Contractions getting closer, we ain't paid to be remembered. That's why it's
that's old.
but we ain't even patient. I'm always staying patient. Don't even pay attention. And I'm only gonna say it once, so listen me good. To me past me, no missing me hood. Give me that death before the summer. This truth up on my mama. Stay away from me with drama. You can kill it like Osama, yeah.
All praise, honor, and magnificent glory is unto our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Elohim of Isaac, Elohim of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in the faith, as always, we salute you. Those who are in this spiritual scrap with us. To our uncrowned king. To our high priest.
Yes, sir.
To our Passover.
Yes, sir.
Yeshua HaMashiach. We give him honor, praise, and magnificent glory. Through his blood, we have redemption. through his blood, we have reconciliation.
Yes, sir.
And through his blood, we can return to that which he created us to be. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I got my brew with me again in the building. Aziz is right here with me.
Yes, sir. Shabbat shalom, family. Well,
Yes,
hot
sir.
family.
Hey, same thing.
And happy feast of unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm.
T got many scripts to cover this day, so I ain't gonna speak on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
good to be before you, family. Love y'all.
One love to the family, man. First of all, I want to I want to apologize to the brothers and sisters who went on last night, but you know how it is being in Babylon. Some things transpired, but my beloved brothers, they stepped in, took care of their business. I'm just going to pile on what they already did. Also want to give a special shout out to D-Ro. Did an excellent lesson on the Passover as well. So
Yes,
this ain't nothing new. But, hey, being obedient to the Most High, I got to do what I got to do and get this lesson out. So I know y'all going to be overloaded on Passover and unleavened bread by the time we get through with you. But we going to get this thing started. We're going to go to the first script. Y'all see the title, Pesach Passover. Pesach Passover. We're going to go to the first script, and that's going to be in Jasher, my brother. Jasher the 80. I'm going to pull this up for the people who don't have it who don't have the Jasher. Let me pull it up in the room for the people. We're going to be reading, get this right here. Share my screen. That ain't what I want. That is not what I want. Let me go back out of here. See, y'all tell them I'm off kilter right now.
Kemat? What is that?
What's that? Oh, we're going to the top.
I noticed.
Yeah, we're going to get that in a minute. We finna get that. Let me get that off the screen, though, because that ain't what I wanted. I wanted this Jasher. Let me see if y'all can see that Jasher. Now, I got to go back and share my entire screen. Let me get out of this. Let me stop and then go back to present. I guess I'm still sharing. Let me do this. Now I'm back in the game. All right, entire screen. That's what I want. Now we back in the game. Now I'm going to share this Jasher. There we go. We in Jasher, the chapter the 80, family. We're going to pick it up at verse 41. We're going to read 41 through 56. Now, this is right after the days of darkness have passed, when Egypt was in darkness and the Passover finna happen. And I'm taking you here so when I present this slideshow, it'll make more sense to you. But go ahead and start reading Hebrew 41.
Okay, so verse 41. And the days of darkness passed away, and Yahweh sent Moses and Aaron to the children of Israel, saying, celebrate your feast and make your Passover. For behold, I come in the midst of the night amongst all the Egyptians, and I will smite all the firstborn, from the firstborn of a man to the firstborn of a beast. And I will see your Passover. I will pass over you.
So he said he will see your Passover. So it's the way he put this, and when I read it, put me in a certain state of mind. Why is he calling this our Passover? We even read in the scripture, Christ in the Corinthians, Christ our Passover.
Yes, sir.
But he was talking in first person. This is your Passover. I will see your Passover. Now each individual person got a Passover.
That's right.
Each individual person. Keep reading, Hebrew.
Verse 42. And the children of Israel did according to all that Yahweh had commanded Moses and Aaron. Thus did they in that night. And it came to pass in the middle of the night that Yahweh went forth in the midst of Egypt and smote all the firstborn of the Egyptians, from the firstborn of man to the firstborn of beast.
Now, I got to say something, because my brew pulled my coattail a couple of days ago. Now, did you just read that it was in the middle of the night? You read that it was in the middle of the night?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to say something to my beloved elder one more time, bro. Stop. There ain't no 8 days to unleavened bread. You stop it. Passover ends at twilight.
Boom.
Unleavened bread begins at dark.
That's hand in hand.
Ain't no 8. You can't do Passover then the next night. No. This Passover was taken during the middle of the night, man. Stop. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 44.
Uh-huh.
And Pharaoh rose up in the night.
In the who?
In the night.
Uh-huh.
He and all his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry throughout Egypt in that night.
Mm-hmm.
For there was not a house in which there was not a corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the likeness of the firstborn of Egypt, which were carved in the walls of their houses, were destroyed.
You see that?
Fell to the ground.
Even the images of anybody that was the firstborn fell out. See, you don't read it in 66.
Right.
But even the images, if you were the firstborn, they called a statue on the wall or engraved on the wall, that fell out too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wiping it all of
I'm
it.
getting rid of all of it.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 46.
Uh-huh.
Even the bones of their firstborn
man.
died before this,
Mm.
and whom they had buried in their houses were raked up by the dogs of on that night and dragged before the Egyptians and cast before them.
The Most High was even talking to the dogs that night. The Most High was telling the dog to rake the bones of the firstborn up. Y'all firstborn ain't gonna be buried. See, everybody think this is the first Passover.
Right.
This is not the first Passover. The first Passover was in the garden. The second Passover was on when Noah got on that boat with the made folks.
Hallelujah.
See, we're gonna read some of Exodus 12. You understand? That's gonna make it real clear that this was not the first Passover. It was the first Passover for Israel as a nation, but it was not the first Passover for that which was of the promised seed.
Right.
I'm just gonna make that clear.
Right.
Go ahead, boo.
Verse 47. And all the Egyptians saw this evil which had suddenly come upon them. And all the Egyptians cried out with a loud voice. And all the families of Egypt wept upon that night. Each man for his son and each man for his daughter, being the firstborn. And the tumult of Egypt was heard at a distance on that night. And Bethia, the daughter of Pharaoh, went forth with the king on that night to seek Moses and Aaron in their houses. And they found them in their houses eating and drinking and rejoicing with all Israel.
See, man, I gotta say this too, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got some folks, the Kemet people, say we celebrating the death of African people. How can a God, a true benevolent God, celebrate the death of women and children? Well, now we reading right here. We don't celebrate the death of women and children. That's not our call.
That's right.
We celebrating our liberty and our release out of the iron furnace. Now, here's the thing, and I say this to the brother that always saying that the Passover was a celebration of death. Well, we got to go back and read all of it. Why would the Most High so angry at these people?
That's right.
So we don't celebrate death. We celebrate liberation. We celebrate reconciliation.
Faith, bro.
Now, death could be going on all around us, like we reading right here. But that don't mean we celebrate.
Right.
But go ahead. I'm going to throw that in there, Hebrew. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 50. And Bethia said to Moses, is this the reward for the good which I have done to thee, who have reared thee and stretched thee out? And thou hast brought this evil upon me and my father's house.
This the woman that retrieved him out the water.
That ain't no good understanding.
But he finna let her know. He finna let her know something. Now this the one that retrieved him out the water.
Right.
Let's talk to. But look what he tell her. Go ahead.
And verse 51. And Moses said to her, surely 10 plagues did Yahweh bring upon Egypt. Did any evil accrue unto thee?
See?
From any of them? Did one of them affect thee? And she said, no. And Moses said to her, although thou art the firstborn to thy mother, thou shalt not die.
Right.
And no evil shall reach thee in the midst of Egypt.
See that?
And she said, what advantage is it to me when I see the king, my brother, and all his household and subjects in this evil, whose firstborn perished with all the firstborn of Egypt? And Moses said to her, surely thy brother and his household and subjects, the families of Egypt, would not hearken to the words of Yahweh.
That's right.
Therefore did this evil come upon them.
That's right.
And Pharaoh, king of Egypt, approached Moses and Aaron and some of the children of Israel who were with them in that place. And he prayed to them, saying, rise up and take your brethren, all the children of Israel who are in the land, with their sheep and oxen, and all their belonging to them. They shall leave nothing remaining. Only pray for me to Yahweh, your Elohim.
See, here's the deal. Now, Bathia, she mad, and understandably so.
Right.
Because she don't know what's really real.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal, and I'm going to say this to all my brothers and sisters. See, sometimes you need to get close to somebody you know that the Most High watching over. Because she don't even know. The only reason why she didn't get her top hit because she was the one that retrieved this brother out that water, out that Nile River.
Right.
And so she didn't get her top hit. So a lot of times you don't even know. That's why you got to be careful how you treat people. You can get a Passover and not even know it.
Hallelujah. Brother.
See, we got to understand what Passover is. And we finna get into what Passover really is. But we're going to go to the next place, Hebrew. We're going to go to, let me get out of this right here. Let me get out of this. And minimize that. Go up here. I got the scriptures up on the screen. We're going to go to this one. But then we're going to share this right here. We're going to share this right here. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what I got to do. View it. We're going to get it right here in a minute. Slideshow. There we go. That's what I want. All right. So I got the other scriptures on the screen up here, bro. You see them on the side down there when they pull up, you'll see. Okay. So we're going to Exodus. Yeah, gotcha. Exodus to 12. Exodus 12. We're going to read 1 through 14. Then we're going to do some skipping. Y'all put y'all mark in Exodus 12 because we're going to be coming back and forth throughout the lesson. Go ahead and read Hebrew.
Okay, so Exodus 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
So why did he have to tell them that? Why did if they always knew when the first year started, why did he have to tell them that? See, I'm gonna say something. A lot of the Hebrews gonna get mad at me. There's a reason why he told them that. Because it really wasn't the first time. This was not the first time. This was a reset. See, a lot of people wonder why what they call the Jewish people celebrate 2 New Years. Because the New Year used to be during tabernacles.
Yeah, I've seen that somewhere too.
It used to be during tabernacles. That's why he said this month gonna be the beginning of the month to you. It shall be the first of the month to you. The beginning of the month. Here's the reset. Because the second Passover was during Noah's time. And that's why when you go back and do your research, this is a reset. He said this month, you think all these elders and all these people that don't know when the first year of the month is?
Yeah.
First month of the year. Here was a reset right here for Israel, for the nation. And we're going to show you why it was a reset. But keep reading, Hebrew.
Okay, verse 3. Speak you unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the soul.
Yes, sir.
Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb.
Yes, sir.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goat.
So this lamb, which is representative of Yeshua, you got to have somebody to reconcile you back to the Father, give you reconciliation that don't have no marks on their record.
That's right.
It's got to be without blemish. It's got to be a male, not a female.
Right.
It's got to be a male. Why? Because the male carry the seed. Am I correct, my brother?
Yes, sir.
So you got to have a male, and it's got to be without blemish. Can't have no marks on this record now. Because other than that, we would be totally lost. Keep reading.
Verse 6. Excuse me. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month.
Okay. Go ahead.
And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
So in the what?
In the evening.
So when you look at that word of even, You gonna kill it in the eve.
Mm-hmm.
So that means at even time,
Mm-hmm.
twilight,
Right.
you got to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was darkness all over the face of the earth when Yeshua cast out.
Yes, sir.
Was it not, my brother?
Yes, sir.
It was even when he passed, when the Passover lamb got killed, and the whole congregation said, "Let his blood be upon us and our children." So the whole congregation of Israel killed the Passover, didn't it?
They had to, bro.
He had to fulfill it.
Yes, sir.
Keep reading, bro.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
And this was Pharaoh and his daughter found Moses in there, in the house, chilling, toasted. Go ahead and read.
Verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night,
Mm-hmm.
most with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Eat not of it raw, nor starve it at all with water,
Mm-hmm.
but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the puritans thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that which remaineth of it until morning ye shall burn with fire.
Yes, sir.
And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat of it in haste. It is Yahweh's Passover.
So once again, I'm going back to my help. Why is he telling them to put their shoes on and have their loins girded if they're gonna wait till the next day to leave, brother?
Ready to roll.
When you get to reading this Passover, it's time you get it.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. It's ready to roll. It's time to get on something.
And you eating it with unleavened bread, brother. You ain't eating just lamb and then wait till the next day you eat no.
Right.
That ain't what we read right here.
Right.
See, we gotta go back and make sure we understand what we read and don't be caught up in pride when somebody called you out or saw you where you in your area way. Don't let pride get you in trouble with the Most High, brother. Please don't. Because you've been banging it for a minute now, and it seems like me pride will set in. When you can plainly read what you read. Especially when we get ready to go over to this Luke. Okay? Go ahead, brother. Where we at?
Verse 12.
Yes, yeah, read that 12. Go ahead.
Verse 12, family. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh.
Go ahead, brother.
And the blood shall be to you for a token.
For what?
For a token.
You know what that word token means? It's a sign. See, you either marred for life or you marred for death.
Yes, sir.
That's that blood. Yeshua's blood. It can be a mark for life or it can be a mark for death. Because you ain't got this blood.
Yes, sir.
It's over with. If you ain't got the blood of Yeshua, my non-messianic maniac brethren, if you don't have this blood, the death angel come visit you, but you're going to be dying in your sin. You ain't got no Levitical priesthood. You ain't got no temple. You ain't got no you got to have this blood.
That's right, bro.
And if you ain't got this blood,
it's a wrap.
It's over with. Continue to read.
I'm going to start at 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
Yes, sir.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
Yeah.
When I smite the land of Egypt.
Yes, sir.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh. Throughout your generations, ye shall keep it a feast by the ordinance forever.
Forever. Go ahead and read. I ain't want to read 15 too, brother.
15.
Tell me how many days you finna read on 15.
I can see the first word.
Yeah.
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
Man, 7 days. So if you do it like you say you doing, you understand? You eat Passover unleavened bread, then you wait till the sun go down the next day, do unleavened. That's 8 days, brother.
Right.
The evening and the morning make a day, man.
Right.
7 days, brother. I mean, I know you can count.
That was the reason he did it right at even. Because you was going right into the 15th.
Thank you.
You're going right into the
You leave the 14th day, going into the 15th day. Am I right, bro?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Stop. But go ahead and finish that 15.
even the first day, ye shall put away leaven out of your house.
Right.
For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the seventh day,
right,
that soul shall be cut off.
Killed. Let's skip down to verse 27, Hebrew, and read 27 through 32.
Okay, verse 27. That ye shall say, it is a sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed their head and worshiped.
See, the Most High can even deliver you even while you in the iron furnace.
Yes, sir.
Even while you in Babylon, he can be a little sanctuary under you. It don't matter what's going on. I look at all the death and destruction that's going on in the world. He said, man, it ain't gonna come nigh your door.
That's right.
Even when you're in the middle of Egypt and all this killing going on, he's still gonna deliver you. Yes, but you gotta have that blood. It gotta be a sign and a token.
Yes, sir. And
keep reading. And we gonna do what?
Pass over.
He gonna pass over you, man.
That's like the one. Get that next one.
Leave her alone. Right. Not him. That one right there. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as Yahweh had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they.
Yes, sir.
And it came to pass that at midnight.
That when?
At midnight.
Oh! Ain't it still dark at midnight?
Yes, sir.
So we into another day because it's the middle of the night.
That's right.
Did we read that in the chat?
Yes, sir.
We read that, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of captive. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Yes, sir.
And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Ye and the children of Israel, and go. Serve Yahweh as he hath said. Also take your flocks and your herds as he hath said, and be gone.
And what?
Bless me also.
Same thing we read in that jazz. I just want to show you how the scripture be lining up and how they support one another. Same thing we just got to read. Now we're going to go to we're going to go into Mark the 14th. Mark the 14th. Then we're going to go to this PowerPoint and read Mark the 14th. Mark the 14th. We got one hitter quitter. And verse 24, Mark 14 and verse 24, Hebrew. When you get it, go ahead and feed the people.
Okay, so verse 24. And he said unto them, this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many.
For how many?
For many.
Now, see, a lot of people want to say this is the blood that was shed for the whole world. We're going to get into that later on, well, not later on in the next lesson, about this whole world thing. I'm going to kill that. Because it wasn't shed for the whole world. We know the word that it was shed for. We're going to prove it through the reading of the scripture. So, but he said this is the blood. So this blood is for a token. Right. This blood. Perfect. So let's look at this word Pesach. The Pesach is a Hebrew pronunciation of the word Passover. It is a sacrifice of Passover, an animal victim of Passover, a festival of Passover. Strong definition. I want y'all to pay attention to what I got in red letter. A pretermission, i.e., an exemption, used only technically of the Jewish Passover. We know it ain't Jewish, but we gonna just ride with that. The festival of victim, Passover offering. So, see, why are you showing us this? We're gonna make it plain here in a minute after we read this Leviticus. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to that word pretermission. We're gonna get the meaning of that. Let's go to the next place. Go to Leviticus 23, bro.
I thought we were going to Luke.
No, Luke. I'm sorry, you're right. Luke the 22. You right. Thank you, my brother. I ain't got it on there. Luke, I ain't got it on the PowerPoint, y'all. I added this right before my bro got over here. Luke 22. And we're gonna pick it up we're gonna read 7 through 16. Luke 22, 7 through 16. When you get it, Hebrew, go ahead and read.
Okay, so Luke 22, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be kept.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Then came the day of unleavened bread and the Passover. So once again, elder, when my blue collar told me that, man, I said, man, nah, they ain't starting that back up again. He said, yeah, man. But when every time I read the scripture, it's 7 days and unleavened bread and Passover.
Right. They split by twilight.
Twilight is all they split by. That's all they split by, bro, is twilight.
Yeah.
At the most, an hour and 30 minutes. But during this time of year, what, about 45 minutes?
If that.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
And he sent Peter and John, saying, go and prepare us the Passover that we may eat.
So Yeshua took the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to, Sunday Christian, I'm on y'all back too.
Right.
Why y'all ain't doing it?
Right.
Y'all say, y'all, I love the Lord. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Well, he doing the Passover. Why y'all don't do it?
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all doing the Astaroth festival with them colored eggs and bunny rabbit?
Yes, sir.
Because all right, I'm reading. He said that we may take the Passover. This is red letter. Y'all say y'all love it. Why y'all ain't doing the Passover?
Bloody Jesus.
Yeah, y'all always talking about the blood, but we just got to read when the blood was shed.
Yeah.
On Passover.
Mm-hmm.
Not on Easter.
Right.
Not on Ash Wednesday. Not on Good Friday.
Right.
Not on Palm Sunday.
Right.
Pesach.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And they said unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. And you shall say unto the good man of the house, the master said unto thee, where is the guest chamber where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples?
Where is the guest chamber that I may do Easter with my disciples?
Passover.
All right, then. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. There make ready. And they went and found as he had said unto them. And they made ready the Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him.
Yes, sir.
And he said unto them, with desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer.
Yes, sir.
For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of Elohim.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So the Most High, I mean, Yeshua, he took the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
He sanctioned the Passover.
Right.
But I'm going to show y'all something. He said, with much desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. It was already predetermined.
Yes, sir.
We finna prove it. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next slide. Look at it. Let's look at this preacher mission, Hebrew.
Okay.
Look, it's broke down. Preacher mission is made of 3 different words. Preacher mission is the act of passing by an omission or disregard. Okay, from the 1580s, from the Latin pretermissionum, nominative pretermisso, an omission, a passing over. Now, acting from past participle stemming from pretermeter to pass by, let pass, and neglect. Because he, just like in the garden,
right?
He passed over their seed and didn't kill them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was but see, it was already predetermined. We're gonna look at this. Look at the word. I mean, the prefix pre. A prefix occurred originally in loan words from Latin, where it meant before. I'm making this plain because I want y'all to see this now. Preclude, prevent, applied freely. A prefix with the meanings prior to, in advance of, early, beforehand, before, in front of. Term. The word term is a fixed or limited period. So before everything was done, before the heaven was created, before man was formed, it was already predetermined that before there was going to be a termination period or a limited period where the men were going to be closed up in prison of death. We're going to prove it. imprisonment or investment lasts, it is intended to last. The suffix "sus" means the result of. For example, impression means the result of impression. So this was a pre-terminated time or pre-specific determined time that this was going to have a certain result. For example, impression means the result of impression. Usually a verb needs to be changed. Its ending of the suffix is added. Suction is used when the root word ends in SS or MIT. So let's look at this. Uh-oh. Go back. Pesach. You got speak, protect, separation. Going right back to term.
Right.
You got scatter, support, offense, meaning the guard, right? The result of. You got mouth, thorn, and wall. This was spoken before time. Right here. Now the cold thing about it. Pesach equals up to 148. All right. Which when you break it down goes to 13. When you break it down even more goes to 4. Now, the cold thing about 4, Dalet, the letter Dalet is door.
Yeah.
You see the lamb standing in the door, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Go to John chapter 10. Show you what I'm talking about. John chapter 10, brother. Y'all keep looking at that screen while we reading these scriptures. It's going to make perfect sense to you. It's going to make perfect sense to you. When he showed it to me, it made perfect sense. John chapter 10. Pick it up at the 1, read 1 through 11, man.
Okay, so John 10, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
Look at that lamb standing in the door. You see that lamb standing in the door?
Yes, sir.
Anybody don't come through this door. This door of the sheepfold. You a thief and you a robber.
Yes, sir.
You can't get back to the altar without this guy. Go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 2. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep.
Yes, sir.
To him the porter openeth.
Yes, sir.
And the sheep hear his voice. And he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him.
Yes, sir.
They know his voice.
Yes, sir.
And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
See, now I gotta have a question to all your family members and friends and loved ones that ain't keeping this commandment, ain't keeping the Passover, ain't keeping the feast day. Maybe you're not his sheep. But either the sheep hear his voice.
Yes, sir.
And another voice, they ain't gonna follow Sunday Christian.
That's right.
They ain't gonna follow Buddha and Allah. They can say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus all they want to.
It's gonna be many say that.
There's gonna be a many that day. So maybe you ain't one of the sheep. I'm just saying, I'm reading this right here now.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6. This parable spoke Yeshua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them.
That's right.
Then said Yeshua unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
I am the door of the sheep.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers.
Yes, sir.
But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture.
Now, didn't the blood of the sheep or the sacrificial lamb had to be put on the doorpost?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so he the blood and the doorpost and the sheepfold. Pesach. He Pesach.
Yes, sir.
Your Pesach. It's your Pesach if you receive me.
Yes,
it's your Pesach if you can follow my command. I'm gonna be the blood, I'm gonna be the dough, and I'm gonna be the sacrifice. Pesach. There it is right there.
Yes, sir.
And it was predetermined.
Yes, sir.
And it was predetermined. That's how cold the word of God is. You see all that? What we just went over this one scripture in this illustration in the word Pesach.
It was all predetermined. You could tell from the last scripture. He told him go into the city.
Come on now.
And when you see that man,
it's a dude in there with a picture.
Follow him.
Follow him and tell him the master needs that house.
Yes, sir.
See, there it is right
Yeah.
This is how infallible the word of the Most High is. He separated his sheep. Then he said, "Gonna set the sheep on one hand and go."
Yes, sir.
They go that separation. They go that protection. He said they gonna come in and out and find paths. They gonna protect.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
That's it.
We seen it already in Pesach. Go ahead, brother.
I forgot where I was.
We in verse 10.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life.
Yes, sir.
And that they may have it more abundant.
Yes, sir.
I am the good shepherd.
Good shepherd.
The good shepherd giveth his life for his sheep.
And he did give his life for his sheep.
Yes, sir.
The Passover. Pesach. The good shepherd gonna give his life for the sheep. All things point to Yeshua. Even the word Pesach points to him. And we can even go further. We can show you the conversation they had before anything was created.
That's
and it was
right.
predetermined.
That's right. The sheep, brother. I mean, even the bare sheep. So
there you go. We can prove it. We don't just be talking over here. Right. We can prove it.
Yeah.
Not only bare sheep, we can go to Psalm 55.
Right.
Proverbs 8.
Right.
Even go to the Sirach. This was predetermined, man. There's gonna be an end date to all this. You understand what I'm saying? And everything pointed back to him because the Father said, "You want it, you take care."
That's right.
So the dough, the blood on the dough, the sheep, the shepherd, everything point to Yeshua.
All in all,
everything point to the shoe. Let's keep it moving. We prove all things over here.
Praises, brother.
We prove all things over here. Let's go to Proverbs 8.
Hey, listen,
go ahead, Hebrew.
I think we skipped one.
What did we skip one?
I think we skipped Leviticus 23.
We can read that at the end because it's just about the feast day.
Okay.
But I'm glad you caught that because we sure did skip one. Yeah. But we can go back and get that at the end though, Hebrew.
Okay, no problem.
All right, let's go. Did you read it all through the 18, right?
No.
Keep reading. Go on, read through the 18.
Okay.
Well, you get you 15. Yeah, okay, there you go.
But he that is a hireling and not the shepherd, somebody hired out.
That's it.
Who owns the sheep or not.
That's right.
Seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling. It ain't his property. That's his
right.
sheep.
He don't care nothing about the sheep. That's why when you go to your pastor and you down a little bit, he gonna run off and leave.
Yes, sir.
That's why when you go to your buddy that you done put all your trust in, he ain't there when you need him.
That's right.
But every time I call on Yeshua, every time I call on him,
yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? He gonna never leave me.
That's right, bro.
As long as I don't leave him, he ain't gonna never leave me.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
The middle of 13. And careth not for the sheep.
That's right.
I am the good shepherd.
I am the good shepherd.
And I know my sheep. And am known of mine.
That's right.
As the Father knoweth me.
That's right.
Even so I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep.
And I lay down my life for the sheep.
And other sheep I have which are not of this fold.
Talking about the 10 tribes, but go ahead and read.
Them also I must bring.
That's right.
And they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Yes, sir.
Therefore doth my Father love me, because I lay down my life, that I might take it again.
Yes, sir.
No man take it from me.
No man take it from me.
But I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again.
Woo!
This commandment have I received of my Father.
See, I love that. You see that? That's power.
That's so power.
That's power. Anybody taking his life?
That's right.
It was predetermined. It was pretermission that he won't have to lay it down. Y'all, we just puppets in the game.
That's right, bro.
That's all we are. And we finna prove that. He said, I know the Father. The Father know me. Don't nobody know the Father but Yeshua. Not even the angels in heaven know him. And we finna prove that. We finna prove that. Proverbs 8, man.
Let's go there, brother. Got me excited over here.
All praise. All praise. Don't nobody. He said, man, the Father know me and I know the Father.
Right.
That's why the Pharisees got so bad when he was comparing himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them jokers got mad. You ain't even 50 years old. How you
You see Abraham?
Yeah. I was the one that gave the breath to Abraham.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Proverbs 8 Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to prove it. 22 through 31. I'm sorry. 22 through 31.
Okay. So Proverbs 8 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh possesses me in the beginning of his way,
Uh-huh.
before his works of old.
Uh-huh.
I was set up from everlasting.
Yes, sir.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Or ever the earth was.
From Bereshit.
Yes, sir.
Or before the earth was.
Mm.
Now this is weird. Hakma
Right.
in Hebrew. Who is the word?
Yeshua.
Yeshua. Hakma, wisdom. The word. He said, I was set up first.
Yeah.
Before anything was. You read the same thing in Sirach.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna go there, but you can read the same thing in Sirach. But keep reading Hebrew.
Verse 24.
Uh-huh.
When there were no depths.
That's right.
I was brought forth.
Yes, sir.
When there was no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled.
Yes, sir.
Before the hills was.
Mm-hmm.
I brought forth. While as yet.
Wild as yet. Hold
yet.
up, man. How you gonna have a wild as yet and ain't no time?
That's right.
You can't have no wild as yet. It ain't no time. You in eternity.
Right.
Wild as yet, but ain't no time.
Right.
Ain't no earth. Ain't no moon. Ain't nothing. But you say wild as yet. Now you see who you dealing with. This was the pre-commission.
Was no substance.
It was no substance. But it was. But he said wild as yet. Right. Every time I read that, it messed me up. Before there was anything, but then he said wild as yet.
What realm is this?
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. This
realm?
the pre-commission.
Yeah.
Man, this what y'all better understand what y'all read. Go ahead, bro.
Starting back at 26. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there.
I was there.
When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above. When he entered the fountains of the deep. When he gave the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his command. When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Then I was by him.
I was what?
I was by
That's
him.
why he said, I know the Father, and the Father know me.
Right.
And we go to Psalm 55 and say, hey, man, me and the Father took sweet counsel together.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
This was already predetermined, man. Go ahead, bro.
As one brought up with him. And I was daily his delight.
Daily.
Rejoicing always before him. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. And my delights were with the sons.
So
that's his delight.
So his delight
right.
was for you. Now, how ought you all to feel bad when God stepped out of eternity into time and he delighted to be with his sheep?
That's right.
But you, every time you turn around, you doing something that's against his will and against his word. See, this is stuff you got to think about.
Yes,
this is stuff you need to understand who you're dealing with. This is why we read these scriptures and put these letters. Man, you got to understand this. Before anything was, he was already thinking about men.
That's right, bro.
Creating men and living with them.
Hey, and that's you could go through so many scriptures where he just wants to dwell with
his creation.
I mean, goodness, man.
And look what we do.
Yeah, run him off.
What? Man, that's crazy, man.
Yes, sir.
Where we at, Hebrew? First Peter.
Yeah.
No, we're going to John 17. That's right, John 17. John 17, family. Man, that's some cold stuff right there, bro. John 17, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. John 17 and verse 1. When you get it, Hebrew, go ahead and feed the people.
Okay, so John 17, verse 1. These words spake Yeshua and lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour is come. Glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee. As thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him.
You see that? So the one he desired to live with, now he done came and died for. He said, look, glorify me with the glory that I had before the earth.
Yes, sir.
So this is the high priest prayer. So we got lamb, shepherd, door, blood, high priest,
Yes,
king.
sir.
Oh, it's all about him.
Oh.
It's all about him.
Yes, sir.
And you got the nerve to snub your nose up at his works, to not keep the commandments, to not love your brother, not love your sister, to backbite and all. You see what I'm not, no. I understand this.
Yes, sir.
And it would behoove each and every one of us to keep understanding this on a daily basis. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. And this is life eternal.
Right.
That they might know thee, the only true Elohim.
The only true God, but go ahead and read.
And Yeshua HaMashiach, whom thou hast sent.
Oh, there you go again.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world.
And then we read the proverb.
Yes, sir.
See, this was predetermined, man. You go down and deal with them, son. You go deal with them. It's all on you. That's why we can go over to that song. And when Yeshua was on that cross, man, the Father came down.
On the cloud of darkness, on the darkness.
On the darkness, looking at Yeshua dead in the face. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a song.
See, man, wait, what? This thing go way bigger and way deeper than me and you.
Yes, sir.
It's way bigger than your feelings and your emotions. It's way bigger than your pride and your ego.
Yes, sir.
Man, you dealing with a being, doc. Man, we call him the ineffable one beyond this scripture. Right. Man, this thing big, way bigger than us. Keep reading, Hebrew.
Verse 6.
I
have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world.
Oh, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. He gave a certain amount of men out the world.
Right.
So everybody ain't on the team.
Right.
He says a certain amount of men that he gave out of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. You know, set apart. Mm-hmm. Ouch. Mm-hmm. Separated. Out of the world.
Elect.
Holy,
whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it. Man, see? But see, that blood got to be a sign and a token, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
See? Go ahead, bro.
The middle of 6.
Uh-huh.
Thine they were,
mm-hmm.
and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word.
Yes, sir.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee.
Yes, sir.
For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received it, and have known surely that I came out from thee.
Came out from who?
From thee.
Yes, sir.
And they have believed that thou didst send me.
Yes, sir.
I pray for them.
I pray for who?
For them.
And what?
I pray not for the world.
See, so kill John 3:16 the way y'all been talking. Kill it. Because if you don't kill it, you got a contradictory right here.
Right.
You got to go get some more understanding to that. John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Because he said, I pray for them, the ones you gave me out of the world. I do not pray for the world. So if he ain't praying for the world, go ahead and pray for John.
How many worlds is it?
We gonna find out too. We gonna find out. See, y'all ain't been reading y'all book yet.
One already passed. We in the second one.
It's another one to come. There's another one to come. Now I go one deeper than that. How can God and kings rule over God and kings? So when we ruling on the throne with Yeshua, who we gonna be ruling over? When the Father Kingdom come back and we all God, what we gonna be doing then? Oh, maybe some big galaxies that keep growing. I'm just throwing something out there.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm just throwing something out there that makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Just food for thought. Man, they don't. One of the young brews will probably come up with something on. I know it just hit no spirit.
Hey, sometimes you gotta put it out.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bro.
The middle of 9. But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
For they are thine.
And all
that's right. You're gonna read that though. That's good. Read that.
And all mine are thine. And thine are mine.
And what?
And I am glorified in thee.
Hallelujah. Let's go to the next place. But that was heavy stuff right there. Let's go to 1 Peter. 1 Peter 1. You hear that, boy? That was man. He said, but I pray not for the word.
That's right.
But here, man, John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Man, stop. You better get some understanding of these scriptures you're supposed to be reading, studying.
They don't, because they want to stay. Hey, they
Yeah.
love the easy way.
Easy way, bro.
Just believe on him once. All you gotta do is just.
That's right.
Hey, I believe he died for my sin, and
Yeah.
I'm in.
See, they
I'm
like that.
saved now.
I can still do what I want to do
Right.
and still get in the kingdom. No, you can't.
Right.
No, you can't.
How easy would that be?
No, we all just do what we want to do then.
Right.
Cause your wrong. We up the camera knocked off. Yeah, the camera got knocked off. Hold on, I'm seeing no red blacked out.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, family. Let me get the camera back up. Let me just kick out of there. Let me get my camera back up. Let's see my camera down.
Yeah.
Let me see. Get my camera back up, family. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. They need to give me a new camera. Cause this camera here kind of jacked up anyway. It goes in and out on me.
That's bad. We want the wide bad on.
Yeah, the wire bad on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me a new one, man. There we go. We back in the scene now.
Okay.
Now I can go back to my screen share. And we right here. There we go. All right, go ahead, bro. We at 1 Peter,
Okay.
the 1, 13 through 22 Hebrew. When you get it, go ahead and read.
Okay, 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yeshua HaMashiach.
But see, he told them in Exodus, gird up their loins, they put their shoes on. Right here, he done flipped the script all the way to
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Spiritual now.
Now he said, gird up the loins of your mind. Well, gird up your feet and make haste.
Right.
Huh? Now you see where we're at now, though, bro.
Yes,
go ahead and read.
Verse 14.
As
obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance.
That's right.
But as he which hath called you is holy,
yes, sir,
so be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
That's right.
Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy.
Right.
And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of person judge it according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear.
Yes, sir.
For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things,
right,
as silver and gold,
but
your vain conversation received by tradition from your father.
That's right.
But with the precious blood of Hamashiach,
that's right,
as of a lamb without blemish and without spot.
Yes, sir.
Who verily foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. Look,
before the foundation, we read it. There it is again.
There it is.
We got precept after precept.
Yes, sir.
We shoot them like a 75 round drum. Before the foundation of the world. Right. Like we read over there in the Proverbs. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Breaking down that word Pesach. You understand? The door, the lamb, the blood, the high priest's prayer, the good shepherd.
Yes, sir.
All this was predetermined for you. Now that ought to make you feel special, but it also ought to give you some type of loyalty to Yeshua.
Yes,
forget about your ego, your pride, and your envy, and get in line and gird up the loins of your mind.
You gotta lay down his flesh, bro.
Come on, man. He laid down his flesh.
There's no reward. I mean, just.
That's what I'm saying, man. This man, I think about this stuff. Isaiah, man, I'll be reading this. I said, man, I ain't got no right to have nothing about me.
Right.
I don't have the right.
Right.
The Father and the Son was talking about me in eternity. We're talking about me in eternity now.
Right.
And then they transferred this time thing, put me in it. And they still looking out for me.
Yes, sir.
Sorry as I know I am. No, I ain't got time for pride and ego.
Right.
You may have, but hey, I know where it's gonna land yet.
It's gonna get you cut off.
That's it, Hebrew. Go on read.
Verse 21.
Who
by him do believe in Elohim, that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth.
Yes,
sir. The spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart, fervently.
And see, man, they will give me as I see. I got a fakeness radar. I can tell fakeness.
Right.
I can tell a fake joke on a mile away, man. He said with a pure heart, unfeigned love.
Right.
And y'all forget your brother dealing with some silence, but we're gonna get this work in.
Yes, sir.
See, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing I love about children. Children know when somebody is evil or ain't real. I just seen children draw back or look at folks a certain way, and somewhere on down there I found out there was something wrong with them. See, that's why the spirit. See, their spirit still kind of clean, right, when they that look.
Oh, no doubt.
But when you walk in the room, I can renew your spirit. You get the same thing. That's why sometimes, man, you see me sitting in the corner like this here. Like, that joke ain't real.
Right.
See, this is what I'm saying. We got to be real with one another. Even breaking down when delicate situations come, bro, we still got to be real with one another, man. Yeah, and if I can't be real with my brother, you understand, and him understand where I'm coming from, and long as I'm coming out this book, then we really ain't brothers.
Hey, if you don't talk with the man in the mirror, I'm sorry for you, brother.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know if you real or not, you know what I'm saying? If you just hanging around and try to get over or whatever, man, step away.
See, a lot of people, man, so jacked up. Excuse me, y'all. They be lying to themselves. They done made themselves believe that they real.
Now, when I hear you brothers speak on the Church of Corinth, for them people to still think they got the ear of the Most High,
they love it. They love it. Because see, like I say, they love the comfortability that Babylon has afforded them. They love it. They what I call spiritual double dutch. They can jump in and jump out when they get ready, when it best suit them. Right. I'm gonna love my wife as Christ loved the church when it best suit me. I'm gonna be obedient and submissive and modest when it best suit me. I'm gonna love my brother with unfeigned love when it best suit me, or my sister with if you know ain't no benefit to me, I ain't doing it.
Hey, that's just like them Pharisees. Hey, when you read in that Matthew in the beginning, that high priest came out of his what? Palace.
See, come out of his palace. And see, here's the thing here, man. Most of them jokers be knowing that they dirty. Caiaphas knew who Yeshua was. He said, haven't you, this is what Caiaphas said, haven't you read that a man must die for the nation? Caiaphas said that. Yeah. Man, do you know he got to wake up with that? You know to do that, and you still killed it. Well, it had to be fulfilled. Somebody had to fulfill it.
Yes, sir. And it had to be his own.
He said, and then they say, all the children should kill it in the Eden. All the children of Israel should kill it in the Eden. Yeah. See, somebody always got to fulfill prophecy on the good side and the bad side. You need to make sure that you ain't on the bad side of none of these prophecies. Where we at, Hebrew?
That was it, right?
Yeah, that was it on there. Let's go to Acts 2.
Okay.
Let's walk it down. We ain't got many more to go. Let's walking it down a little bit. Just showing you, man, that God stepped out of his eternal home to shed blood for those who the Father had already known. Man. Acts, I'm going back too far. Acts 2, 22 through 24. When you get nowhere on me, go ahead and feed the people.
Okay, so Acts 2, verse 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yeshua of Nazareth, a man approved of Elohim among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Elohim did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know.
Right.
Him being delivered by the determinate counsel.
By what?
Determinate.
Oh, pretermission. Determinate counsel. You understand what I'm saying? Determinate. Keep reading, Hebrew.
And for knowledge of Elohim, ye have taken, and by wicked hands have crucified and slain, whom Elohim hath raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holding of it.
And death wasn't going to hold him. It was not possible. Look, how something that I created going to hold me? And not only something that I created, something that I'm going to kill, he going to kill death. Now, that's bad. You're gonna kill death.
Hey, you know every little work that went into creating it. So how could you be counting on something you know every little
Exactly, bro. He said, man, he said in the end, the last thing that should be killed is death.
Yes, sir.
Man, you gonna kill death?
Yeah.
So how death gonna hold?
Powerful.
A predetermined situation is going on right here.
Powerful, that brother.
It was the predetermined counsel. Psalm 55, Sirach 25, Proverbs 8. It was already Enoch. It was already talking about, man, you're gonna do this here, you gotta go do this here. I'm gonna do this here, you're gonna do this here. Then I'm gonna put the ruach on, you're gonna do this here, then you're gonna go, they're gonna kill you, then we're gonna reconcile the nation of Israel to us. And I'm gonna tell you, it's all about Israel too now. You're gonna read it. Don't get in your feelings.
Hey, listen, it's pretty easy when you read a Hebrew book.
Exactly. Come on now.
He keep calling these people his people.
He keep calling it, yo.
Hey,
Don't get your feelings.
that's right, Hebrew.
Where we at, Hebrew? Let's go to Exodus, back to Exodus. You got a one here to quit him. Predetermined counsel, bro. Exodus 12. We're gonna read verse 11, one verse. Exodus 12 and verse 11. What did you say?
So Exodus 12 and verse 11. And thus shall you eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste.
Eat it in what?
In haste. It is Yahweh's Passover.
It is Yahweh's Passover. So you got to do this with all diligence, brothers and sisters. You got to do this and make ready to receive, like when we did the Passover lesson last year, that word matzah and matzo. You got to do this in haste and be ready to receive from your power. If you ain't ready to receive from your power, I don't know why you taking the Passover.
Right.
We already told you that the feast days mirror one another. Each one, you got a memorial in the spring, and you got a memorial in the fall. Now they call it memorial blowing a trumpet, right? Right. You got a 7-day feast in the spring, and you got 7 days of tabernacle, right? You got an 8th day too. That's a whole different thing. Right. You got atonement, the blood in the spring. Passover in the spring. You got atonement in the fall. Right. You ain't ready to receive that? I'm ready to receive it.
Yes, sir.
See, the Passover, Brother Norris, is the sin offering. Right. The atonement is the trespass offering. Right. Sin offering, you messed up. I'm gonna let you go. Now I done passed over you, but you messed up again. Now I'm gonna give you a little atonement. Right. Sin offering, trespass offering. I can go a little bit deep if I wanted to, but I don't want to take up too much time with the other feast days. Right. See, y'all gotta start understanding what y'all read, man. This ain't hard stuff that we talking about either. But because we are not studied in the word of the Most High, a lot of stuff like that passes we don't even realize. Just like this word Pesach. All this, he even the word that he used to redeem you means something. Right. Where we at, Hebrew? So let me go on to Revelations, the 13. Revelations the 13. We got to study the word, brother.
Yes, sir.
We got to study the word, and we got to be diligent in our studies.
That's right, Hebrew.
Revelations the 13, got another one here to quit. We're going to read verse 8, brother. Okay. When you get it, go ahead and read.
So Revelation 13, verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world.
See, that's a whole gist of this lesson, is the predetermination. Slain from the foundation of the world. And if your name ain't written in the Lamb's book, which we didn't establish that's your shoe.
Yes, sir.
I think we did a good enough job on that.
Yes, sir.
Then, man, you through booking. Eternal fire. As my Jamaican brother would say, bloody fire. Hey, man. Like, imagine being in a river of lava. And the skin falling and regenerating.
Worms popping out of every
Worms popping out your ears, your eyes, your butthole, everything else. You know, you get your itchy butt when you look here, that itchy butthole. You know,
like them dogs.
yeah, like dogs. Hey, imagine that. When you spit on the blood in your shoe. When he took time out of eternity to create you and called you out, and you spit on. See that? I ain't even gonna get into it. I was gonna say get myself in trouble. I ain't gonna even speak on that. I ain't gonna speak on, but I'm gonna tell you, man, boy, I wanna say something so bad, man. Boy, let's move on, bro.
Yes, sir.
Jubilees. We're going to the book of Jubilees. Let me get it in the room for my brothers and sisters. That's a beautiful picture. I love this picture that I found, bro. Look, you got that lamb with that blood chain with that anchor.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the lamb slain. We just got to read from the foundation of the world, man.
Yeah.
Let me pull these Jubilees up in the room for my brothers and sisters. We going to Suda Picker for the volume of 1. Chapter 49. Let me get that up in the room. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I should have been doing this too. Keep the people up on bone. Hold on. Should have been doing this too. So Jubilees chapter 49, family. And then we're going to pick it up. That's going to be on page 141. Hebrew. I'm sorry. Oh, 140. I got 141, but it's actually 140. It's actually on page 140, chapter 49, verses 1 through 23. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think, can you see that good on your side? I need to blow it up a little bit for the people. I'm gonna blow it up just a little bit. I'm just gonna blow it up just a little bit. I don't that much. Put 250 on it. Hold on. There we go. Let me move it back over. Oh, there we go. Put it in the center of the screen for you, Eagle. And when you get it, go ahead and feed the people, brother.
Okay. Verse 49. Remember the commandment which Yahweh commanded you concerning Passover, that you observe it in its time on the 14th of the first month, so that you might sacrifice it before it becomes evil.
Elder, come on now. How plain can you make it?
Yes, sir.
How plain can you make it, Elder?
They got training wheels on it, man.
Come on now. Go ahead, bro.
And so that you might eat it during the night of the evening.
Elder, come on now. Come on now. I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead, bro. Keep reading.
Of the 15th, which is the next day, at night.
And what?
At night.
And what it keeps saying?
From the time of sunset.
Oh! So, right into the 15th day. Go ahead, man.
For on this night, there was the beginning of the feast.
So it can't be 8 days.
That's
right.
right.
It was 7 days, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see how you got 8 days out of it. Go ahead, bro.
And there was the beginning of joy. You continue eating the Passover in Egypt, and all your powers of
mastermind. That's the death angel. We'll go ahead and read.
Were sent to kill all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of the captive maid servant, who was at the millstone, and Pharaoh to the first to the cattle. I'm sorry. And this is the sign which Yahweh gave to them in every house, where they saw the blood of a year-old lamb upon the doors, so that they would not enter into the house to kill. They would pass over, so that all who were in the house might be saved, because the sign of the blood, was on their doors.
The token of the blood, or the sign of the blood, or the mark of the blood, was on the doors. Now you got to have the mark of the blood on your mind.
Yes.
Did he say we read about the conjure? Then see that, man. We can go there and read the Hebrew, man. You keep transgressing the law, he say ain't no more sacrifice. Go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 4. And the host of Yahweh did everything which Yahweh commanded them.
That's right.
And they passed over all the children of Israel.
Yes, sir.
And the plague did not come upon them to destroy any life from them, whether cattle or men or dogs. And there was a very great plague in Egypt. And there was no house in Egypt in which there was no corpse, and weeping and lamenting. And all Israel remained eating the flesh of the Passover and drinking the wine and praising and blessing and glorifying Yahweh, the Elohim of their fathers.
Yes, sir.
And they prepared to depart from the yoke of Egypt and from evil slavery.
Go ahead, bro.
And you remember this day all the days of your life, and observe it from year to year, all the days of your life, once per year. Not every time.
Not the first Sunday, the third Sunday. Some of them do it first Sunday. You know how they all over the place with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Third Sunday, second, and
Man, stop, man. Y'all need to stop. That's mystery Babylonian religion, man. No, this right here, we're gonna be dealing with this here in a minute. That's mystery Babylon. We're gonna read that. You know, and all you little boy lovers. You know what I'm saying? That's where y'all got that garbage from, communion. You either do it first Sunday, the fourth Sunday, or you do it some of y'all do it every Sunday. Mystery Babylon. We're gonna deal with it. But go ahead and read.
Once per year, on its day, according to all its law, and you will not delay.
Right.
One day from its day, or from 1 month to another month. So
that's right. Exactly.
For it is an eternal decree, and engraved upon the heavenly tablet.
So this is written in the tablet of heaven. Go ahead, brother.
For all the children of Israel, that they might observe it in each and
for the whole world to observe it.
And Israel.
Man, for the children of Israel, that they might observe it in each and every year. Go ahead, bro.
And it's day once per year in all their generations.
Yes, sir.
And there is no limit of days, because it is ordained forever.
And he said, I can't wait to drink of this cup with you and my father.
Yes, sir.
Man, we still gonna be kicking it. You understand? Because it's a celebration about what was predetermined.
Right.
It came to fruition. He said, man, I done finished the work you gave me, man. The work that he gave you, sure he came and finished it. And he said, man, they ain't no limited days, because it is ordained forever. He ain't gonna, the Son ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna not give glory to the Father, and the Father ain't gonna not give glory to the Son. It's gonna be forever. Now, why are we gonna be celebrating the Passover in the kingdom? Because it was predetermined. We got to make sure, man, that thing gonna be a thing in our minds forever. How he pulled us from eternity into time and saved us out of this untoward generation. That's powerful to me. To not exist, but to exist in a being's mind, and that being telling me before time began, I'm gonna pull him, her, and we all gonna drink of this cup in the kingdom. Back in eternity. That's cold right there, man.
That is cold, too. Yes, sir.
Keep reading, Hebrew. We're going down to the 23.
So verse 9. And as for the man who is purified and does not come, so that he might observe it on its appointed day to bring a gift, which is acceptable before Yahweh, and to eat and to drink before Yahweh on the day of his feast.
Yes, sir.
That man who is purified and thereby shall be uprooted, because he did not bring a gift of Yahweh. It is appointed time. That man shall lift up sin upon himself.
And you brothers are showing up to these feasts empty-handed. Now, I didn't write this.
Right.
See, well, y'all better stop, man. Y'all better stop playing with the Most High.
3 times appointed to man.
3 times a year. You must bring your butt up to the feast. Unless, you know what I'm saying, you got to run an issue or something like what I got or whatever. No running or whatever. But guess what? You still can't show up empty.
That's right.
He said, you better have a gift in your hand. Show up empty if you want to. He said, you better not show up empty. You do better not go than show up empty.
Right.
But even then, you're breaking the command by not going. Go ahead, bro.
So that the children of Israel will be ones who come and observe Passover on this appointed day,
right,
the 14th of the first month,
Right.
between the evenings from the third part of the day until the third part of the night, because 2 parts of the day are given for light, and
Elder,
1/3 for evening.
Elder, I know you know how to do that now. I know you know how to do that now. Come on, Elder, now. Come on, brother. Each scripture hit you dead in the face, I know it. But just go on and say, man, I made a mistake. And be done with it.
Be done with it, man. It's easy work.
Go ahead, bro.
This is what Yahweh commanded you, so that you might observe it between the evenings.
This was in the list for my brother Amnon. He hit me up.
Right.
I guess it most I already knew it was gonna be an issue. Between the evenings, man.
Yes, sir. From even to even.
Ain't that what the scripture said?
Yes, sir.
Stop. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And it is not fitting to sacrifice it during any time of life.
Now my other brother down there in Florida, he said God is working in the daytime.
That's
But he said right here, don't sacrifice it during the light.
right.
There go another bird down. Come on, bro. Y'all just get off the pride thing.
Yes,
just gonna say we made a mistake, man. And just keep it moving. And just get in line.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
I forgot what it was.
Just start at 12 again.
Okay. And it is not fitting to sacrifice it during any time of life, except during the time of the border of evening. Okay, they shall eat it during the time of evening until the third of the night.
Oh, midnight.
Yes, sir.
Oh, when he came through there.
That's
Oh, okay. Boy, these scriptures look like they line up to me.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
And what is left of its flesh from the third of the night and beyond, they shall burn with fire.
Yes, sir.
And it is not fitting that they should boil it in water. And they shall not eat it raw, but roast it in the fire.
That's right.
Cooked with care. Its head with its inner organs and its feet. They shall roast it in fire without breaking any of its bones.
That's right.
Within it, because no bone of the children of Israel will be broken.
That's right. And none of Yeshua's bone was broken.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Therefore, Yahweh commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on this appointed day. And it is not fitting to break any bone from it, because it is the day of the feast. And it is the day of the command.
That's right.
And there is no passing over in it, one day from its day or from month to month, because it shall be observed on the day of the feast.
On the day of the what?
Of the
the feast of what? Unleavened bread, man.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And you command the children of Israel to observe the Passover in their days in every year, once per year, on this appointed day. And it will come as an acceptable memorial before Yahweh, and the plague will not come to kill or to smite during that year, when they have observed the Passover in its appointed time and its respects according to his command.
See, we're going to read something later on in this lesson, and we ain't got many more scriptures to go. But see, it's so many of my brothers and sisters that took this Passover unworthily. And I'm not throwing nobody out there, but I'm telling you, man, I done seen it, brother. And I done seen the Most High put some stuff on some folks. And he said, for this reason, man, many among you are sick.
That's right.
And many of you sleep.
That's right.
See, this Jubilees is saying the same thing Paul was saying in Corinthians. Y'all need to, man, don't take these feast days and this walk lightly, man. Read that again, brother. It started at the end.
And you commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover in their days in every year, once per year, on this appointed day.
Right.
And it will come as an acceptable memorial before Yahweh.
Right.
And the plague will not come to kill or to smite during that year, when they have observed the Passover in its appointed time, in its respects according to his command.
Yes, sir.
And it is not fitting, to eat it outside of the sanctuary of Yahweh, but facing the sanctuary of Yahweh.
That's right.
And all the people of the congregation of Israel will observe it in its appointed time.
That's right.
And all the men who come on its day will eat it in the sanctuary of your Elohim before Yahweh. Whoever it is 20 years or older, because thus it is written and decreed that they shall eat it in the sanctuary of Yahweh.
That's right.
And whenever the children of Israel enter into the land which they will possess, into the land of Canaan, they will set up the tabernacle of Yahweh in the midst of the land,
right,
in one of their tribes, until the sanctuary of Yahweh is built upon the land. And it will come to pass when they come and observe the Passover in the midst of the tabernacle of Yahweh, that they will sacrifice it before Yahweh from year to year. And in the days when the house is built in the name of Yahweh in the land of their inheritance, they shall go there and they shall sacrifice the Passover at evening when the sun is setting on the third part of the day. And they shall offer up its blood on the threshold of the altar. And its fat they shall place on the fire which is above the altar.
Yes, sir.
And they shall eat the flesh cooked with fire within the court of the house which they sanctified in the name of Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
And they shall not be able to observe the Passover in their cities or in the district except before the tabernacle of Yahweh, or before his house in which his name dwells. And let them not stray from after Yahweh.
Go ahead, brother.
And you, Moses, commanded the children of Israel, and so they shall keep the ordinance of the Passover, just as it was commanded to you, so that ye might relate to them its annual occurrence each year, both its period of days and the feast of unleavened bread.
That's right.
So that they might eat unleavened bread for 7 days.
For 7 days.
So that they might observe its feast, and so that it might bring its gift by day.
All right, there you go. Sorry. Go ahead, Hebrew. All right.
During those 7 days to rejoice before Yahweh upon the altar of your Elohim. For this feast you observe with nervousness when you went out from Egypt, until you entered into the wilderness of Sur, because you completed it on the shore of the sea.
There it is right there. Now, how plain can you make it? When you got it down. Come on now.
Pretty plain.
That's pretty plain, ain't it, Hebrew?
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to Exodus. Go back to Exodus 12. Let me get this back on the room. Hold on. Get it back in the room. Exodus 12. We're gonna read verses 1 through 6. Then we're gonna skip down, read 40 through 51. Excuse me. Exodus 12. And we're going to read 1 through 6. Then we're going to skip down. Read that again, Hebrew.
Okay, Exodus 12 and 1.
And
Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their father, a lamb for an house.
Right.
And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls.
See, sometimes you got to understand that the blessing may be too big for you.
That's right. Pass it on.
And you need to share it. See, but we too selfish. Man, it's all mine. Lord bless me with it. He blessed you with it to help somebody else. Because see, sometimes you can keep that blessing and you choke on it.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Every man according to his eating shall make yourself make your account for the lamb.
Right.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year.
Male of the first year.
Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goat.
Yes, sir.
And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
The whole congregation gonna kill it.
Mm-hmm.
All Israel folks been doing this last night.
Right.
Or even last evening time.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Skip down, bro, to 50. I mean, I'm sorry, not 50. 40. And read 40 through 51.
So verse 40.
Uh-huh.
Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self-same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of Yahweh went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Yahweh for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is the night of Yahweh, to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generation.
Now, I could say a whole lot on that, but I ain't going to go there. But I'm going to say this right. It said self-same day, but it said it was a night.
Right.
So, once again, man.
That is the beginning of a day.
Thank you. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
I understand.
Yeah.
And Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. Thou shalt no stranger eat thereof, but every man's servant that is brought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof.
And see, you've been bought.
Mm-hmm.
You've been bought.
Yes, sir.
And your mind will be circumcised because you've been bought with something way more precious than money.
That's right.
The blood of Yeshua. So you've been bought with blood. Nothing more precious in the universe ever was created than the blood of Yeshua. And you will be circumcised in your heart and in your flesh. Hey, man, you better take this Passover. You better start keeping these commandments. Why do you think Israel always getting done in? Because, man, they already in the covenant. They just don't know it. But ignorance of the law don't get you out of it. You've been bought and paid for. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 45.
A
foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof.
Go ahead.
In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house. Neither shall ye break a bone thereof.
Now, Yeshua was killed in Jerusalem. Right outside the city, one way. So, hey, all these prophecies were fulfilled.
Yes, sir.
In Yeshua, go ahead.
All the congregation of Israel shall keep it.
Yeah.
And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to Yahweh, let all his males be circumcised, and let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land. For no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof.
Now, I'm going to say this right here. We see the orders about the physical circumcision. But if you ain't been circumcised in your mind, you don't need to be taking this Passover.
Right.
See, a lot of y'all that took this Passover, like we finna get ready to read, and you ain't been circumcised in your heart and your mind. You'd had all kind of evil that's going on, all kind of backdoor dealings and under the table, whispers and backbiting, and tail bearing, and you ain't been circumcised. And you done took over his Passover. Yeshua is not playing with y'all. I done seen over the last several years, I done seen too many people get their tops hit, man. And it's sad, bro. Yeah. To see this. Because these folks ran down here. Because it's the feast day time. Everybody get kind of a little hyped up because it's just another party for them. You understand what I'm saying? They can slap backs and drinks and fire the left handers and all that and have a good time. But, man, you ain't circumcised in your mind. And then you wonder why all this stuff that befell you. Right. He said, no uncircumcised person, man, should take on this Passover.
There's another scripture tell you don't take it with no malice, you know. Oh, okay.
We gonna read that.
Right. But yeah.
Because I done seen a lot of y'all took this Passover before and other time. And I'm knowing there's some drama going on. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Everybody sitting there looking like everything fine day they can.
Shaking and faking.
Yeah, then when something happened, see me and my son talking, this is what we say all the time now. Everybody always want to talk about what's going on and what happened. But don't nobody want to talk about why it happened. We always talk about what we see that happened or who it happened, but don't nobody want to talk about why.
I'll tell you something. You said something a while back resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
You like when you said just pay attention when all the drama jump off right around the feast days.
All the time.
And that's 100.
That's
You know what I'm
100, man.
saying?
It's always around the feast day.
Hey, and I'm keeping my eyes open now.
Man,
You know
don't
what I'm
try to get me the other night. And you know what the rule? You slow, boy. You ain't see it coming, did you?
Right.
You tried to get me the other night.
Mm.
Man, you got to be on guard. In this thing.
Yes, sir.
Every day, right? Feast time. Something
Mm-hmm.
It never failed. And it started right up with Passover.
Mm.
Always, man. Where we at, Hebrew?
Verse 49.
Go ahead.
One law shall be to him that is homeborn,
Right.
and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you.
Mm-hmm.
Thus did all the children of Israel, as Yahweh commanded Moses and Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
so did they.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that self-same day that Yahweh did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their
The
arms.
self-same day, man. Not that ain't no 8 days, bro. Let's go to Numbers 9. Numbers 9, man. We got about 4 or 5 more to go down. We're gonna get about it. Numbers the 9. Chapter 9, we're gonna read verses 1 through 14, Hebrew.
Okay.
When you get it, go ahead and feed the people.
So Numbers 9 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying,
Mm-hmm.
let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season.
Mm-hmm.
In the 14th day of this month at even, ye shall keep it.
Yes, sir.
In its appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof, shall ye keep it.
Yes, sir.
And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month.
That's right.
At even in the wilderness of Sinai.
Hey, wait.
At evening at the wilderness
No,
of
so
Sinai.
this inside now is at the evening, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
According to all that Yahweh commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel.
Right.
And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man,
Right.
that they could not keep the Passover on that day.
Right.
And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day.
Uh-huh.
And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man.
Right.
Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of Yahweh
Mm-hmm.
in his appointed season among the children of Israel.
Right.
And Moses said unto them, stand still. I will hear what Yahweh will command concerning you.
Right.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or by your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body,
Right.
or be in a journey afar off,
Mm-hmm.
yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahweh.
Uh-huh.
The 14th day of the second month at evening they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herb.
So if you in a far journey or you unclean by reason of a dead body and can't take the Passover, the very next month, on the 14th of the next month, you can take the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you got that sign, that mark, that signal on you for life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you didn't take the Passover, you missed the Passover, you was out of town on a far journey, whatever, hey, holler at us and we'll take care of that business.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, boo.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
They shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinance of the Passover, they shall keep it.
Right.
But the man that is clean
Right.
and is not in a journey,
Right.
and forbear to keep the Passover,
Right.
even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people.
So you hear what he's saying now?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing no Passover. I'm doing Easter. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, you're going to be cut off from amongst Israel
Mm-hmm.
if you don't keep this Passover. Go ahead, bro.
Because he brought not the offering of Yahweh in his appointed season.
That's right.
That man shall bear his sin.
That man shall bear his sin. Go ahead and finish it.
And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto Yahweh, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land.
So he got to be circumcised in the heart and the mind.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
You got to walk and talk just like you.
You got to walk and talk this thing, man. You got to make sure you in line.
Yes, sir.
Where we going? We're going to Deuteronomy. Now we're going to John, the 1. John, the 1. We're going to read 29 through 36. John, the chapter the 1, 29 through 36. When you get it, go ahead and read, bro.
So John 1 and 29. The next day, John seeth Yeshua coming unto him, and said, Behold, the Lamb of Elohim, which taketh away the sin of the world.
See, now, that ain't what the other said now. John 17 said the word Israel didn't.
Yes, sir.
So now you got to read it with some understanding.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is he of whom I said, After me cometh a man which is preferred before me, for he was before me. But Jesus was 6 months young.
But see, Jesus was in this time realm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even that was prophetic.
Right.
Because he had to come prepare away from him.
That's right, Hebrew.
Go ahead, Hebrew.
Verse 31.
And
I knew him not, but that he should be made manifest to Israel.
No, to the word.
To Israel. Therefore am I come baptizing with water.
That's right.
And John bare record saying, I saw the Spirit descending from heaven like a dove, and it abode upon him.
Yes, sir.
And I knew him not, but he that sent me to baptize with water, the same said unto me, Upon whom thou shalt see the Spirit descending and remaining on him, the same is he which baptizeth with the Holy Ghost.
Yes, sir.
And I saw and bear record that this is the Son of Elohim.
There it is right there. Read that in the 36.
Okay. 35. Again, the next day, after John stood and 2 of his disciples, and looking upon Yeshua as he walked, he said, Behold, the Lamb.
Behold, the Lamb of Elohim. You see that Lamb on the step?
Yes, sir.
Man, he said, Behold, the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world, man.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Deuteronomy 10. We got one hitter quitter here. Deuteronomy 10. We get down to the end. Deuteronomy 10. And we're going to read verse 16, Hebrew. Okay. Now, this is in the old book. This is the old. I want y'all to understand what y'all finna read in the law. This is what the law was always talking about anyway. Read that 10, 9, 16. What did it say?
Verse 16.
Circumcise,
therefore, the foreskin of your heart.
Of your mind.
And be no more stiff-necked.
So you got to circumcise the foreskin of your heart and be no more stiff-necked. You can't have a double mind. You can't be double-minded in your thoughts, in your processes of what you thinking and what you got going on when you come take this Passover, when you taking this unleavened bread. You can't be double-minded. You can't be wishy-washy, as they say, lukewarm, as they say.
Right.
So let's go to the next place. Jeremiah 4. I want to hear the quitter there. Jeremiah 4. Jeremiah chapter 4. And we're going to read one verse. Verse 4, what did it say?
Jeremiah 4 and 4. Circumcise yourselves to Yahweh, and take away the foreskin of your heart. Ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire and burn that none can quench it, because of the evil of your doing.
Nah. They go two witnesses. They go two witnesses, man. And he said, it's gonna be a fire, can't nobody quench.
Who can, man? Come on, man.
Ain't enough water in the world to put that fire when you get on. If you don't circumcise the foreskin of your heart, your mind, man. That's why you say you can't take on this thing lightly, man.
Yeah.
Man, you better circumcise. Boy, Romans 2. We got 2 more after this. Romans 2, 28 through 29. He done took all this time in eternity to come up with all this, and you gonna spit on it. Romans 2, 28 through 29. What did it say?
So Romans 2 and 28.
Uh-huh.
For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of Elohim.
Now, we done read this thing 3 different ways. We done read it in the law. We done read it in the prophet, Jeremiah, right?
Right.
We just got to read Shaul.
Back close.
It's over with. So, non-messianic maniac. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with it? Let's go to next to the last place. 1 Corinthians 11.
But you know, bro, it's Bruce who you know, got their lamb.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Look, man.
And
boy, we are deceived people, man.
Yeah.
We are deceived people, man. 1 Corinthians 11, 17 through 31, Hebrew.
First Corinthians 11.
We're going to read the 17 through the 31.
17. All right. So 1 Corinthians 11 and 17. Now, in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not, that ye come together not for the better, but for the worse.
That's right.
For first of all, when you come together in the church, I hear that there is be division among you.
See?
And I partly believe it.
I believe it wholly. I don't partly believe nothing. I believe, because I done seen it, I done heard.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you. When ye come together, therefore, in one place, this is not to eat Yahweh's supper.
Right.
For in eating, everyone taketh before others his own supper. And one is hungry, another is drunken. What have ye not? Houses to eat and to drink in?
Right.
Despise ye the church of Elohim?
That's right.
And shame them that have not. What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not.
I praise you not.
For I have received of Yahweh that which also I delivered unto you, that the Master Yeshua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
That's right.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you.
His body was broken for you, brothers and sisters. His body was, as the book is saying now, he was marred more than any man. Unrecognizable to those that knew him. He was deformed. On top of being beat and deformed, skin was ripped off his flesh. His man, I'm talking about he was just marred more than thorns stuck in his head, spit on, hair plucked out of his beard. And then he was hung on the cross.
Yes, sir.
And you make light of that? You gonna make light of it? By your actions, your attitude, your ego? Go ahead, bro.
This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup.
Yes, sir.
When he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood.
Yes, sir.
This do ye, as oft as ye drink it, in remembrance of me.
Yes, sir.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show Yahweh's death till he come.
Yes, sir.
Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of Yahweh unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of Yahweh.
You see that? Now you look. You gonna be the same one like them scribes and Pharisees said, let his blood be upon us and upon our children. He said, if you take this Passover unworthy, he said, man, you gonna be guilty. You had a hand in putting him on the cross.
Mm-hmm.
You had a hand in it.
And you know what's gonna happen to them. It's a done data for them.
Lake of fire.
Mm-hmm.
They in the lake with the snake, man.
Yes, sir.
He said, man, you gonna be guilty of the body. So you took part in the beat and the marring of your shoe, and you took part in the spilling of your blood. This is what you do when you go out here and evil eye, side eye, backbiting, tail bear, and create a division between the brothers and the sisters. That's what you do. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 28. But let a man examine himself.
Examine yourself.
And so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily,
yes, sir,
eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
Yes, sir.
Not discerning Yahweh's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep.
And many sleep. What did 31 say?
For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
You know, I know it's a little late. I want to do this last night before the Passover. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But man, look, if you judge yourself, you're gonna be judged. Mm-hmm. You know what you got going on inside your mind. Right. You know you ain't all in. You ain't fully circumcised. Mm-hmm. You understand? You ain't girded up the loins of your mind like we read over there. You know that. You know it. Mm-hmm. Just stop playing.
Right. Hey, before you enter into this, though,
I tell you, man,
you better hit them knees and ask them how they clean me
up, man. Purge me with hyssop.
Yes, sir.
Then he said you got to eat it with bitter herb.
Yes, sir.
Ain't hyssop bitter herb?
Bitter herb.
He said cleanse me with hyssop. Then I may be clean, man.
Hey, put hyssop and put it on them posts, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, man. The blood got here. It was bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It was bitter, man. And it's bitter when you got to give up the thing of your own. When you got to die to self.
That's right.
You don't want to do what you got to, because then you partakers of the blood of Christ. You understand what I'm saying? We do show the Lord suffering until He comes. Mm-hmm. When we die to ourselves on a day-to-day basis, man.
Yep.
What we at here? Last play.
32.
No, that was all on 31. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Last play. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 5. 1 Corinthians 5. And this is gonna be this last verse is gonna be the setup for next Thursday lesson. Okay. Unleavened bread. Okay. 1 Corinthians 5, 7 through 8. When you get the Hebrew, go ahead and read.
Okay. Verse 7.
What did it say?
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven.
Not with old leaven.
Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
That is right there. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, man. So hey, man, you know, we in our season of the feast. You know, we got a lot of, and the Most High. I love the way He had it set up where, man, we got to start examining ourselves. And when we look at ourselves and we examine ourselves, we got to inventory ourselves. So we in the season of the feast, brothers and sisters, and thinking about this first feast day memorial, whatever you want to call it, man, He shed the precious blood of the only begotten of the Father. It should not be taken and entered into lightly. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to admonish my brothers and sisters, man, continue in the faith. Continue to stay strong in this thing. Continue to die to self. And that's the most important thing. Die to self. Right. You know, continue to do that. And man, we're gonna try to get across this finish line. Yes, because that's what it's all about. Yes, this world is done.
It's falling away anyway.
And everything that's associated with it is done. Am I right, my brother?
Yes, sir.
So ain't no need to try to hold on to your pride. Ain't no need to try to hold on to your ego. Ain't no need to try to hold on to your car, your money, and your house. This world is finished. Yes, sir. So you might as well inventory yourself. Circumcise the foreskin of your heart and your mind and get in line and don't take the blood of Yeshua lightly. You got anything for the people, brother?
I just want to say, man, like kind of piggyback off what you're saying, this is a fight for your life.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
how are you going to take that life?
You can't. You don't take that life.
Bro, like you said, we all know if anger is a problem.
Yeah.
Lust is a problem. We all know what issues we dealing with. You got to get rid of that before you come into these feasts.
Come on now.
You know?
Come on now.
You know what's going on in your own
walk. You know. It don't nobody else know.
That's right. So
you know.
and observe yourself.
Man, you better come on now.
Get it, ask the Most High to give, take it to that altar, sacrifice that.
Mhm.
Because other than that, man, you set yourself up.
For failure and for fire.
Yes, sir.
For failure and for fire. I want to succeed and I don't want to be burned.
Yes, sir, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, all praise to the Most High. Thank my brother for coming through. They about to kick off the Feast of Unleavened Bread before the sun go down. Get that in, get that, so we can keep that command before the first day get over with, right, my brother?
Yes, sir.
So they finna do that. Y'all enjoy y'all feast wherever y'all at. Man, keep these rehearsals. Keep these rehearsals, man, so we may know what to do when our masters show back up. You know what I'm saying? y'all forgive your brother. The enemy try to keep me down, but he ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? But thank my bro for coming in, putting in this work with me. And man, y'all have a blessed, happy, high Sabbath for the week. Remember, stay unleavened for the week.
Yes, sir.
If you can stay unleavened for 7 days, you can do it for 7 more days. If you can do it for 7 more days, you can do it for 7 more days. Stay unleavened. And we talking about sin and disobedience to the commandment.
That's right.
All right? All praise, honor, and magnificent glory is unto our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in all ways, we salute you. We're going to holler at y'all on the other side. Y'all know how we do it.
One love, brothers.
One love.
A lot of people got the Messiah, the Master coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that he does judge and make work, judge and make work.
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage, I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine, yeah, y'all love sin. And these pastors ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites, y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom. And that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. I have come to find out it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Is it? Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping this commandment. You gon' perish when He come back with His army and the sword. All judgment has been handed down to Him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know Him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, He gon' tell you He don't know you either. And to the lake of fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talk a takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies laying everywhere. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, ain't no use in playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight.
So we end that T? When we end it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shalom, family.